Good afternoon once again. It's a beautiful Tuesday out here in the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, Abuja. And it's a great honor and privilege to be on this side of things while you also are wonderfully positioned at the other end. My name remains Dayo Omoogun, and I'm glad that we can meet again and do what we normally do together. Taking on political, trending, national issues, all kinds of things that affect us as a people, that have the capacity to affect our welfare, that have the capacity to better our welfare. Everything and all things we talk about on this show. And with me this afternoon, I have a distinguished guest. I'll be unveiling him in a moment. But just before then, it's important to give you this quick insight into what we intend to look at today. As the Yuletide season begins to approach, as the end of year begins to approach, usually we know that all kinds of pressures, all kinds of festivities usually are held around this time. And it's become as though there are some demons from the pit of hell who are sent out at this time of the year. That's what many people believe, and they will need to be looking at that, and so we can see what exactly is the reason why there usually there's an upward surge. Is usually a surge in the number of accidents and emergencies at around this time. Is it really the work of some demons from outer space, or what exactly is it? This is what we intend to look at, and to see how we can avert and manage such situations when they do occur, because no matter how perfect the system is, some will definitely do occur. And with me this afternoon, I have the distinguished acting Director General of the FCT Emergency Management Department. His name is Engineer Abdulrahman Muhammed.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Good to have you. And so, like I hinted at in my opening remarks, there is this feeling that there are some demons that cause accidents all over the place around December. In fact, some religious groups have even said that usually there are these groups who are trying to balance their accounts. They are ensuring that whatever number of heads that ought to have rolled, blood that should have been shared by now, if they have some discrepancies, some gaps, they make sure that they fix them. Do you think so?
It's not possible that is the devil. But the years come with a lot of things, especially the end of the year, come with a lot of things. You have been having rainy season, then you are entering the dry season. You discover that a lot of respiratory problem, yes, a lot of food problem, water problem. So a lot of things is coming up at this time around, and that's why people think it is a demo. You have all the emergencies are within this period.
A lot more
within this month. In the first place, you don't have water. You are looking for water to drink because the rain have ceased.
Right.
So the water you have is not good for you to drink. You drink bad water, you have the effect.
Yeah.
The air you are breathing, it comes with a lot of dust. Hamatan is coming, setting in. You discover that you inhale it and you have problems. So all these problems accumulated, and people who have not been able to get their account right also think the Christmas is coming. Mm-hmm. They have to buy rice, they have to buy cow, they have to buy. So a lot of things goes towards the end of the year. And so, that's why people think
so it's not some demon sitting down somewhere and saying, you must go.
You have to, that is it.
All right, so now you are of the FCT Emergency Management Department. Yes. What exactly is your role in managing, will I say, your mandate in managing this kind of emergencies in the FCT? What exactly do you do?
What exactly we do is that we have what we call preparedness.
All right.
You know, in emergency, you have to prepare because you cannot prepare when emergency is happening.
On already.
It's on. You cannot prepare. You will only prepare against it for it not to happen.
All right.
And that is exactly what FCT emergency management is doing. Before the rain, we have to get a lot of data from federal government agencies that are in charge of data. The NISA, the NIMET, all of them put together. We go to them. They will tell us the volume of rain that will come, the amount of water that we run as a runoff, the amount of water that we sink into the ground. They will tell us everything.
All right.
At maybe around April, March, April, May.
So you can have a basis to plan.
So based on that data,
yes,
we now tell people that this is what they have said. They say in so place there's going to be a lot of rain. So there's going to be a lot of runoff. There's going to be a lot of flood. So we prepare for it. We now to tell people that, okay, this is what we will do. If rain exceeds so amount, this is what we will do. So we try to educate people. Even before something happens.
All right.
It's because the people will not listen. No matter what you say, some people don't even believe in what is happening. Just like you said, but the people don't even believe. But federal government have put things in place that everything that want to happen, it can be mitigated.
It can be as they say, prevention is better than cure. So we can prevent some of these emergencies.
We can prevent them.
We can prevent
them. We can prevent them. Some of these emergencies we can be prevented because you have data already. You know at the end of the year there's going to be dry season. Then you know that the air that you are going to take in is going to be infiltrated air. So you need to do a lot of things to make sure that if you are allergic to some certain thing, you know yourself.
Exactly.
So you prepare. Immediately it's October, November, you begin to prepare that yes, something like this is coming. Let me get my nose mask. Let me get this. Let me get this. Let me get my for your skin. You get a good so a good oily body oily. So you prepare for it, and that is what we call preparedness. The moment you prepare for something, then that thing will not come. But if you didn't prepare, you say when it happen, then you spend a lot of money, and the money you will be spending will be useless
at that time.
At that time.
So it makes a lot of sense to prepare and prevent as much as possible.
That is it.
It's
more easier for you. It's more easier for everybody.
It's cheaper.
It's
more effective.
It's more effective. So you don't need to think, but you need to prepare.
So preparation is very key.
It's very key.
And that's what you do. You people educate
what
people
as to what we do.
All right.
In the emergency management. But when it happens too.
Yes, when it also happens. We'll get there. We'll get there. Now, so we have agreed that these emergencies can be averted. They can be avoided.
They can.
Now, what some of the things you have enumerated, how we can avert them. Now, we also have emergencies that have to do with automobiles, accidents, and all that. And then many people in the process lose their lives. Some get maimed for life. Some become, and so on. These can also be prevented, can't they?
Yes, they can be prevented too. They can be prevented. You see, the thing is that you wake up in the morning, you check your car, check your tire, check everything. There's some certain minimum thing that you check in the car, and it give you that yes, this car will be on road.
All right.
So if you do all the checking, the engine oil is there. There's no problem with the engine oil. The battery head is not blocked. You have a good battery. The tire is good. If there's need for you to put more air in your tire, you put so that you prepare for the day. It's part of the preparation for the day. But because we don't do it, you just enter your car, ignite the car, and begin to move. You don't even know what happened. Whether something is under the vehicle, you don't check for all these things. So we are not used to preparedness. We are not used to preparedness.
So that's the major reason.
That's the major thing. The more you prepare, the more you are safe.
Exactly. Now, that would also mean that if we're talking preparedness, it will not end with the individual.
No.
It will also mean that government has its part to play. For example, the roads also have to be prepared to ensure that people who are traveling have good roads.
Yeah, have good roads. And that's why you have road safety, you have police on the road, you have VIO on the road. All these ones are put in place to make sure that, yes, it's part of preparedness. The road safety will tell you, so play, there's pothole, don't drive. So it's like a total something that we have to do. That they will tell you what to do. The speed limit you will do is on certain places.
Exactly.
We are entering a time. If we are putting a time, this is the speed limit. You will follow. You will see sign.
Exactly.
The signposts all over. Where you need to, they will tell the sign will show you that the car will cross here. So you have to be
a narrow bridge, a bend,
then a bend like that.
But most Nigerians, in spite of all the warnings,
that is what we are doing in emergency. We are trying to make sure, create awareness that these things are there for you, and they are for you, and they are for your good.
Exactly.
So you must follow them.
Right.
You must follow them.
Right. So these things are in place. Nigerians, please do follow them. That's what the emergency department of FCT is saying, especially in the FCT and on a general note around the country. Please do follow them. That's the plea of our guest this afternoon. And so we have seen that if there's a sufficient preparedness, a lot of all these things can be prevented. Definitely. And prevention is definitely cheaper, it's definitely better than cure.
Yes.
Once the problem is on ground, in the process, some lives would have been lost.
Yes.
In the process, some limbs may have been lost. In the process, properties would have been lost, and so on and so forth. And then one of the very common emergencies around this time is fire. I don't know whether you've noticed that fire outbreaks.
Yes.
Is there any reason? Is there any particular thing that's responsible for this?
The reason is that everywhere is dry.
Okay.
And fire is associated with dryness.
Okay.
The moment you have a dry something, you do some ignition, either by throwing a cigarette on the road or throw it on the bush. It gets caught with fire. So these are what is happening, and that is why this period is very, very. One have to be very, very careful in making sure that you prevent everything that need to be prevented for fire. If you are cooking, you don't leave your cooking and say you want to go and watch television because Abdulrahman is talking the television. Let me go and cook. No, you don't do that. You finish your cooking in the kitchen. Then you come to watch the television, because anything can happen. So your food can overflow, and before you know it, it causes fire. So many things. The people can even set fire on the bush.
Okay.
Looking for rats. So these are the things that make the year to be tense, and this period, these are the things that causes fire. Electrical equipment too can cause it. Natural lightning and so many things can cause it. Even the sun, the alternate of the sun now,
can cause
it. Maybe a car will just park. You don't, when you park your car, you don't. If you know you are not using a car, don't buy petrol inside, because the heat may ignite fire.
Even from the petrol.
Even for your tank. We have all these things we have seen. All these things we have seen it. So you don't need to, if you are not using a car, don't buy petrol inside. Keep it.
That is some of the cars that are just parked.
That are just parked at home. Don't put petrol inside, because it can ignite. The temperature is very high now. That's the change about the change in the
okay, like we're talking about climate change.
Climate change is real. The temperature you are thinking maybe will be thinking 40, but they may rise up to 60, 50 like that, and may ignite the tank. Anything can happen. Any slight thing, it will ignite the car. Before you know it. So these are the things.
All right. as part of preparedness, I don't know whether your department also gets involved in organizing fire drills around the FCT, for example, because I think that that's one of the ways by which people can be ready. You've been talking about preparedness. It's very important that people have a sense of readiness.
You know, we have FCT
if this thing happens, how do you react?
Yes, we have FCT fire service.
Right. Yes.
They go around department, they go around ministries, and tell them what to do in case of fire. Of recent, I attended the one the AMC did in their compound. They show people how to put off fire. They show people what to do when the alarm
when the alarm rings.
They show there's a lot of things. The basic fire drill they teach people, and the FCT fire service is going around the ministries to make sure that yes, they teach you what to do when you are leaving your office, whether to put off your fire equipment, what do you need to do, remove the socket that you are not using, all this phone. So they come to enlighten us on what to do. They come to enlighten on what to do.
It's because I do know that around this time, yes, you have. I mean, just recently, I think the Ministry of Works had a fire incident. There was a fire incident in Gwarinpa. There was one, and so on. And so I think that even beyond the ministries, if it's possible, since you people work in concert, it's important that maybe even buildings like this, private buildings, should get
we come here and come and check your fire extinguishers and go to make sure that yes, your fire extinguisher is working. It's really there.
First of all,
it's really there. It's working.
Okay.
It's working. We do all these things.
Now let me ask you, engineer, if for example, you cited the example of maybe somebody puts a fire in the bush in an attempt to catch rats or something, catch a game. Now, if in the process of that, if it degenerates into an inferno and then catches somebody's house, is there a penalty for it? Is if it's traceable to somebody particular?
If it is traceable, there's penalty. If it is traceable, there's penalty. But what fire service is doing now is they have what we call fire alarm system now. Going around, they are distributing. Maybe I will call the fireman to bring a fire alarm system to you.
Exactly.
They are distributing fire alarm system now. Going around, especially they start with a corporate organization like you people like this, to make sure that the moment that the equipment dictate anything fire, anything smoke, it will dictate it. I immediately trigger to call their number.
Oh, okay.
Yes, call their number. They will know that yes, so place around Katape area there is fire incidents. Then they begin to, even before you call them,
they will already have gotten that's a beautiful one.
So these are the things we are putting in place. We are putting everything in place to make sure that we are prepared. That's the most important thing. We are putting everything in place to make sure that we are prepared for any eventualities. But again, if there's nothing we can do, if in the case of you cannot trace the source of the fire. But if you can trace it, yes, you can prosecute anybody that is not a person that caused the fire.
You know, because I think that Nigerians generally have a sense of they get away. People get away with all kinds of things, and so it doesn't make people take a lot of things as seriously as they should. I'm aware that, for example, when you destroy public property, like in the case of accidents, when you hit traffic equipment, whatever, you are charged. You are charged. You pay for replacement or for repair.
For repair, yes.
So, but all this most of the time it is not enforced.
Yes, all this thing lies in our law enforcement agencies. All this thing lies on them, because the moment you are caught and you are destroying public property, the first thing they do is to make sure that they apprehend you and make sure that they put you where you're supposed to be. And again, anything that needs to be charged, they charge you. and make sure that you replace public. I think we need more of law enforcement agencies to make sure that to safeguard all our infrastructure, especially the street lighting, the curbs we put on the road. So all these things, we must make sure that we protect them, and we need a lot of...
Still talking about emergencies, one of the things that's common in the FCT is, from what you just said, now you find out that around the FCT, so many manhole covers have been removed. I almost fell into one about, I think, 2 years ago in Wuse 2. One of my legs had gone inside, but I was lucky that this second leg was still outside. Else, I would have gone in. And you know, thinking about it, it's possible that many people have disappeared into those places forever. Without it, if it happens in the night and there's nobody around, most likely the person could be forgotten, and who knows what even occupies those spaces deep down. If you have a huge snake there, you will just thank God that food has come. So it's possible. So I'm saying, is it not possible maybe to begin to look for technologies, this kind of thing that you talked about, when there's fire or there's smoke, the equipment will detect it and send an alarm to the command room of the fire service. Is it not possible, for example, some of those things, the moment somebody moves it, the moment somebody who's not authorized to move it, that there should be an alarm? It not necessarily even have to be an alarm to the office, but an alarm around the entire space that will, I mean, tickle people's, sensitize people to the fact that
I think we are getting there. If you go to Lagos, say for example, they have a situation room whereby there are cameras all over the city. Where, especially where you have the manholes.
Yes.
There are cameras there that as you go there, removing at their situation room, they are watching you. I think Abuja did this kind of the situation room. I think again we need to put cameras all over that's the only technology for now that you can put. But manhole theft is not peculiar to only Nigeria. I've been to almost everywhere, Germany, everywhere. Manhole theft is everywhere. But having said that, they are preventing because those people have cameras that watch all their sewer lines.
They can trace the person.
The person. And before anybody will fell into the manhole, they will have go there in the next day and make sure that they fix the and again the manhole they are discouraging the iron manhole now by putting concrete manhole. I think that's the only thing they can do to make sure that they prevent this kind of...
Yes, because if it's concrete,
they don't have anything. To make sure that you did not put iron inside the because
so how will you make it concrete? If just stones and all that.
Stones and so that can just stay and make sure that people did not fail. But if you put iron inside, they will still go and remove it and remove the iron.
Dig it out.
So we have to be careful.
Wow. I think that we'll just go on a brief breather, and when we get back, we'll make progress.
In the beginning, God created a beautiful world. 3, 2, 1.
While wrapping up the day, unwind with the reminiscence of the day's news from home and abroad with KAFTANTV 7 p.m. news.
Good to have you join us on KAFTAN News at 7.
Nigerians are living in up to 5%. Our young people, we propose the Harmony Symphony.
It's good to have you join us on KAFTANTV News at 7.
We found that the 10 naira pack is not actually sufficient.
National, foreign news headlines. Get balanced, accurate facts on the latest news in business, politics, entertainment, sports, and more. Live from our studios.
Many thanks for watching and join us again at 9
KAFTANTV News.
My name is Sheila BCF, I'm the Black Comedian of the Federal Republic. I tell you, when it comes to the best of entertainment, the best of news, the best of information, something that is educative, you're right here at the best place to see that. It's KAFTANTV. You know what? Increase the volume. Keep watching. Don't touch the dial, okay?
This is your girl Nkechi Blessing Sunday. I want you all to keep watching KAFTANTV.
Please keep watching KAFTANTV. It is the best civil station in the country. They're doing an amazing job. Please do not touch the dial. Keep watching. Thank you.
Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still on to the Polity, coming to you live from the Abuja studio of KAFTAN Television. And this afternoon, we're looking at how we can avert or manage emergencies when they occur or before they occur. Try to avert them. And the emphasis this afternoon has been on preparedness. My guest has stressed the need for preparedness, for prevention. His name is Engineer Abdulrahman Muhammed. He is the Acting Director General of the FCT Emergency Management Department. You're welcome once again.
Thank you, sir.
Now, so quickly, in a moment, very shortly, we will open up the lines for you to call in and make your inquiries, ask him questions, make your own contributions, and of course the number remains 08029938365. It will put on the screen at the appropriate time. And so, Engineer, we would like to know your department. 1, 2, 3, 4 things you can that can be credited to as achievements to your department, maybe in the last 1 year or in recent times.
Thank you very much. In my department, we have received a lot of distress calls.
Right.
That, you know, we work 24 hours, that we send our people to attend to them. A lot of building collapse that have happened, you will see us there live, trying to rescue. The one that we did last was the one at Omoogun in Sabolube.
Okay.
The one that some people just went there in the night and they are trying to remove iron because the development control is removing the building.
Okay,
so
the demolition that was carried out by the development
we are
control.
there. We are there live to make sure that we save people. If there is accident, we quickly move there. We are the first respondent.
Okay.
We quickly move there and make sure that, yes, maybe we now call the road safety or anybody that
specific,
is something. So we are there. So many things like that. If there's flood, we are there to make sure that we prevent flood and make sure that if the flood happens, we go there to make sure that we enumerate the people that are affected by the flood and what we need to do for them, we do for them. There may be some time that we have to rehabilitate people. If there's crisis anywhere,
I was going to ask whether you have been involved in rehabilitating.
Yes, if there's crisis anywhere, we have to move him to make sure that yes, we prevent the crisis and make sure that yes, we rehabilitate people.
Do we have real cases of rehabilitation?
Yes, we have relief and rehabilitation department in my agency that we move in, especially the IDPs. You know, we have IDPs all over so we take care of them.
What kind of rehabilitation package do they get? Is it in form of food or medication?
If they are what we call temporary rehabilitation, the immediate need,
yes.
Something that happened to somebody, maybe everything is washed away. So there are some immediate things. We carry food items there. We carry no food items there like mattress, bed, and coat, so that they first of all get comfortable before we now plan on how to permanently rehabilitate them. We have psychotherapists, people that goes there and talk to them on how to, the trauma they are undergoing, and we make sure that if it is IDP, we integrate them to the community by give them the farmland, give them what to plant, and give them the seedlings and cool like that.
Is there a specific time within which a displaced person can stay in the temporary shelter?
Yes.
Is there a specific time? And is this being enforced?
Yeah, it's enforced.
Okay.
It's enforced. Like in Abuja here now, because of Abuja, we don't have what we call IDP cap built by government.
Okay.
Because it's in the federal capital. But if you look at Nasarawa, say for example now, they are building IDP camps there. If you look other states, they will have IDP camp. But what we do is to integrate them. Maybe immediately the thing happen and we are discharging them, we integrate them to the community. Some people don't want to go back to their community again. Okay. They stay here and mend with the community here and start their life again. So we do all this.
All right. I don't know whether this really fits, but recently the FCT authorities said they didn't want any beggars on the streets any longer. Does your mandate cover that?
No. We are not mandated to take care of a beggar.
All right. Okay. Because I was going to ask whether there was something that you did in terms of rehabilitation.
Before you talk of emergency, you will be talking of group of people that are really involved in an unexpected
Okay. So right now, you have just told us that you are involved in rehabilitation, you are involved in integration and all that. Is it when those kind of displacements affect children, does your intervention include putting children back in school?
Yes, we have IDP camp, we have IDP schools. If you go to Wasa, that's the area we call Wasa. If you have a primary school that we register people, IDP children, to make sure that they go to the school. We provide exercise book for them, and a lot of NGOs also come to us and assist these people. We make sure that anything they want to carry to them is qualitative. We check the quality of the food they want to give them, quality of everything they want to give them. We do
all that. All right. What challenges, talking about the IDPs, what challenges do you have within there? I'm still going to ask the challenges that you face as a department, but localizing it around the IDPs, what are the things that you people encounter that are challenging? Are there any such things?
Yes. The IDP themselves are challenging in the sense that a lot of them are becoming more and more wide in nature, and you cannot satisfy everybody. You can't satisfy. You can only do the little. Government can only do the little they can do. People, NGOs have to come in and assist the government. and make sure that these things we do it together and prevent some of this crime that is going.
Okay, usually there's some level of crime in those IDPs.
The level of people will claim that IDP mean where they are not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are people who claim
there's some infiltration from criminals
in the camp. So people will just come there and say, okay, they are also IDP. So everybody in Nigeria is becoming IDP. Everybody in Nigeria is becoming IDP. So we have to be very careful.
Do you have a system by which you can fish out?
Yeah, we have a system we can fish them out. Because even the IDPs have leaders.
Okay, they have leaders.
They have leaders and they know themselves. Yeah. They know from where they come. Some come from northwest, some come from northeast. Especially with what is going on in the.
But that's very interesting. Now. You mean that there's a level of deterioration of life, of poverty that people want to identify.
People are really identified. Not everybody want to. People are really identified with IDPs now. That's why it's very tense now. That anything you carry to the camp, you cannot satisfy anybody. Even if you are not even careful, if you don't have enforcement, the bottle you are using in carrying to IDP will be hijacked. And we have seen situations like that. They hijack the motor, carry all the things that is inside the motor and carry the rice, they will carry it away. So these are the things that is happening. It is very tense now, but we are managing the situation. We hope that very soon everything will normalize.
Now, I think that we can begin to entertain calls right now. If you've watched this for some time right now, please pick up your phone and participate in this so we can have a conversation. And like we also always say, please observe the rules. Rule number 1 is that you cut down the volume of your TV set. Rule number 2 is that you move away from the TV set. Rule number 3 is that you try and put down the main points of what you intend to talk about so you won't have to ramble, you won't have to have a dislocation in the flow of your thoughts. And once this is done, we can have fantastic conversation, and we would all together be contributing to nation building. Now, you just talked about, so that means that anytime you're taking items to the IDP camps, it has to be with some level of security.
Yeah, you have to be with a level of security, especially now that everybody is hungry everywhere. You have a lot of hoodlums now almost everywhere. So you have to be very careful. You have to plan for them too, because if you didn't plan for them, they attack you. There's nothing you can do. They will just hijack all the food you are carrying there. But if you have planned for them, you can take your own. Don't follow us. Let's go to where we are going to. That's the method we.
So while preparing for IDPs, internally displaced persons, you must also prepare for some extra.
You prepare some extra so that it will balance.
So that if such things occur,
you can manage it.
That's still talking about preparedness.
Preparedness. You have to manage crisis.
Okay. Now, let me ask this. What exactly are the challenges that your department faces?
A lot of challenges. There's no way, especially the government post is very lean now. There's no way government can give you everything that you want. But I can say that government is trying. In terms of trying, they are trying. But we need to do more. We have not done anything in preparedness. We need to do more. Take, for example, tomorrow there is a simulation exercise going on, whereby if you have a national crisis, how do what the role of everybody is going to take place in railway station tomorrow?
Okay.
So and next tomorrow. So these are the things government is doing to make sure that yes, we as human beings, we are also prepared. When we as Nigerians, we are also prepared, and make sure that yes, everybody know the role is going to play if there's a national crisis, so that to minimize the number of casualties that we are going to have. Government is doing that, and it's cost a lot of money. So government is trying their own play, but we like a lot of equipment. That's the most important thing. we lack a lot of equipment.
So your current source of funding is government
Yes,
appropriation.
yes, the FCT
Is it
budget.
possible for you to for the private sector to partner with you?
Yes.
Is it allowed? Is it legit? Is it correct?
It's we have not open for private sector, but I think in Lagos, for example, they're already doing that, partnering with a lot of private sector and bringing a lot of heavy equipment. There are equipment that we need, that if you have a problem of petrol tanker turning, even with the fire, there are equipment that can just pick the petrol.
Even with the fire,
even
while
the
conflagration is on.
It will just pick the
vehicle.
The vehicle. So all these things, we need it. But people will be, the people will believe that you don't need it. What do you need? But when it happens, is it when it happens that you'll be going to look for it? No. So we need a lot of equipment to make sure that yes, we have those equipment right-handed. Even though we have no place to use it, but let's have it.
Yeah, it has to
so
be
that
there.
we are prepared and train people on how to
use them.
How to use them. These are the things we need government to do for us to complement what they are doing presently.
Well, FCT residents, this is your FCT Emergency Management Department speaking to you. And so primarily we expect that you call in to express your own concerns, your own feelings, and to see how we can make this much more effective and much more beneficial to all of us, even though it also affects the entire nation. But well, the FCT man is here. There are a whole lot of things that he will be able to tackle locally. But of course, it's for the entire nation. Whatever he's saying here also affects, it's just that you have authority only over the FCT. Yeah. So please do call in. The number is 080. Now, the first caller is here already. Hello, good afternoon. Yeah. Good afternoon. What's the name and where are you calling from? Okay. Of our production, the volume is not getting to you. Okay, so it's not from your end. Okay. If it is so, you can be sure something is being done about it already. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Honestly, yes, that this agency, what this man is doing is very, very important. Very, very important. Because prevention is better than cure.
Exactly.
That is exactly what the road safety and the emergency department is supposed to be doing. And our security agents on our roads, they should be prepared. We don't wait until something takes place before we begin to run up and down. It's not like what happened yesterday, maybe in NIGCOMSAT, my two. That container affair, assuming we have this kind of agency ready, it won't take up to 1 hour to lift that and rescue the victims. Every security agent, like all these police checkpoints, rules, they should have those equipment, CCTV, fire, rescuing victims from fire outbreak and whatever. And knowing fully well that definitely that events will take place.
Of course.
So we shouldn't wait until it takes place. We should get prepared. There should be money, there should be equipment, there should be manpower ready for that.
Right.
And that's what is called administration, leadership, government. A father doesn't wait until the children begin to be hungry and cry before he provides food.
Thank you very much.
And a good father doesn't wait until the school opens before he wants to pay school fees.
Okay.
During holiday, he will prepare
He'll pay during the holiday.
You know when the school opens, when you want to pay school fees, you are giving them excuses. Then what would the teacher do?
All right. So as it is with government, so it is with fathers. So sometimes the resources are not there.
I'm very much happy.
Thank you very much.
But you prepare just like a man whose wife is pregnant now for 9 good months.
Thank you. Let's leave it
We'll
here.
be giving excuses to the hospital.
Or ask for extension to 11 months.
Supposed to be doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Now, so
you can hear what he's saying. I attended a course in Israel.
Yeah.
And the course is on the fire drill. And the whole building, every year they do the drilling. The whole building is set on fire. And
deliberately. Okay, in the fire drill.
The fire drill. Deliberately, we set the whole building on fire, and
and people have to now escape.
Yeah, people have to now to escape. How you will put up the fire? What situation? This situation. I've attended a course whereby the plane is landing and is crashing in the airport.
Deliberately.
These are the things they want to do tomorrow too in Nigeria. So you can see they spend a lot of money on preparedness. I ask them, the only emergency alone, the budget of emergency alone is more than the budget of Nigeria. In Israel, and it's not peculiar to only Israel. All the surrounding, all you see war now. You talk of Iraq, you talk of
maybe because they are pro. They used to have a lot of.
The good thing is that if anything happens now, people, before you know it, they evacuate, and they have minimal casualties. So I think we are going to move towards there. We are going to move towards it, because if anything happens, look at what just happened in Maiduguri of recent.
Yeah.
The only dam. You can see what it has caused.
Yeah.
We are not prepared.
Now let's take this one. Oh, it's the same person. My brother. Okay, let's do this.
Yes. Please,
you're calling back.
To make a suggestion.
Yeah, please make it as brief as possible.
No, I just want to make a suggestion that's useful. Please.
As briefly as possible.
The security department, okay. What I want to say is this. Please, if government to give attention to this, our security agents are dying anyhow, and we are not happy. Their fathers, their brothers, their sons, and they are making much effort to defend us. So let's encourage them. All those security points on our roads, there should be provision of CCTV. Give them enough equipment. They will be citing the rules. When they suspect some movement, they will see before they strike.
Yes.
They strike. Because I don't know how people will be turning on the road that kidnappers are dealing with them. And we have security points here and there. There's a way to it. They get ready before any movement on the road. They will see it far.
All right.
There's the patrolling vans with security, with CCTV and all the rest. So that's my own suggestion, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. So he has added.
Yes, let me just boast what you are saying. Just last Thursday here, the Nigerian Society of Engineers had their conference at Airport Road.
Yeah.
And somebody was at the gunpoint. Somebody motor was collected, and before you know it, under 2 hours, that car was recovered.
All right.
And even the phone, they trace the phone and they know the area that that phone is. So the security agency, they are doing a lot. Honestly, the police, especially the police, they are doing a lot. It is high time we should begin to trust our security agency and give them the courage that they needed, especially the new commissioner of police they just brought to Abuja now. Right. I was surprised that motor under 2 hours was recovered.
Wow!
It's a credit to them. And right. Something we thought is not possible. It's possible now. So what we need is to encourage all our people and make sure that they do more for us.
All right. Now, thank you very much. Now, so you have said that what is being done in Lagos, you don't mind if it's replicated here.
Exactly.
In terms of private partnership, private-public PPP. So I think that what's important here will be that your department will need to do a whole lot more of and public enlightenment, and maybe in the process of such an enlightenment, also put your cards out on the table to say that you need some level of help. I believe that you are doing a great job, and as we begin to bring this to a close, you still have a few more minutes that you can call in, so we can have your own input into this program. And while we're waiting for that, now there was you don't get involved when, okay, it's not your role to get involved when there are, because one of the things that has become fairly rampant, even though it has subsided over some few weeks or months now again, it was becoming quite rampant. Kidnapping was becoming quite rampant in Abuja, just as it is around the nation. Is there, when such people are eventually rescued, is there a role for you there?
It's before the rescue that we have a role to play.
Before the rescue? Before the rescue.
It's something, if an event just happened, if a kidnapper just happened now, and you are aware of it, or anybody around there is aware of it, all they need to do is to call 112.
Okay.
Then when you call the number 112, we pick, we now direct the number to any of the emergency response that need to respond. That's what we do. If it is fire, you call 112, we direct you to fire, and we make sure that they move to the place. If it is road accident, we direct you to road safety, and they move to the place. If it is kidnapping, we direct you to terrorists in DSS, and they move there. All you need to do is to call 112. The moment you call 112, even we on our own, those people on duty, we first of all try and give you a first aid to make sure that they go there and make sure that, yes, they give you a little protection.
Now to call 112, I mean, is it toll free?
It's toll free. Okay. It's toll free line. That's the emergency line. Toll free line.
Toll free. So you don't have to have any.
You don't have to have any. You don't even need the SIM to call 112. You don't have to call for your phone.
And is it working?
It's working. 112 is working.
So okay, after this program, I'm going to try 112 and say to them that there's no crisis. I'm a journalist. I'm just trying to follow up. I'm just trying to find out. Okay. Now, so we'll begin to bring this to a close. It's been wonderful having you in the studio to talk with us, and I do hope that this goes a long way in helping not just FCT residents, but the entire nation to avert as much as possible some of the emergencies, accidents that have become like symbolic of the end of the year. So we have heard that it's not really that there's some demon perpetrating these problems. It's first of all lack of preparedness, it's carelessness, and if we get over our carelessness, if we take our preparedness seriously, a whole lot of this can be averted. That's the message from the emergency department. Let's prepare your car. Government prepare their roads. Now we'll be talking to maybe FEMA and the Ministry of Works and all that. So it's a whole lot. Everybody's involved. That's it. Right. So we all have a part to play in this. That's the message. Please, let's wake up and do something. It's no devil anywhere. If there's a devil, then find that devil in your carelessness, in your lack of preparation. And once that is tackled, you can be sure that we can have less and less and less emergencies. And when there are emergencies, when they become inevitable, unavoidable, the department is also there to rise to the occasion.
Call 112.
As you call 112. We will leave it here for today, and we hope that you get the help that you need in terms of funding, maybe whether through governments increasing your allocation or through private support. We wish you the very best, Engineer Abdulrahman Muhammed. We wish the department greater impact and greater intervention and greater support from the appropriate quarters. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, and so we'll leave it here today. My name is Dayo Omoogun. We will be back here tomorrow, same time. Thank you very much.